All right, guys. Man, this one will be real quick. Going to move the lot around just a little bit when we get out of here. We only set 5 appointments yesterday. Focusing on activity, we're going to have a little win story this morning to follow up on. Guys, this goes for managers first and foremost. You know, we got to set more appointments. Okay, we constantly talk about setting appointments, and what's our expectations of everybody?
1 a day.
Okay, good. You know, when we sit there and look over, since we've been trying to track this for the last 60 days, on confirming appointments, man, we are plus 5% confirming, okay? But we're still at only 40% confirming appointments. We need to be confirming, okay, about 70 to 80%. I mean, there'll be a few that we can't get in touch with, but we need to be confirming that many. Matching that, okay, when you look at sold, we're up 9%, up to 49% of our appointments that show we're selling. Okay, so we're confirming more and we're selling at even a greater rate. Okay, so guys, this is just like doing a demo ride or anything. These are things we talk about all the time. Man, the numbers don't lie. Okay, activity, being productive, doesn't lie. The more we do what we're supposed to do, man, the better results we get. Okay. Going back to one other thing we talked a little bit about emotion yesterday. This comes from a guy who has 2 computer science degrees from Dartmouth, Stanford, and a PhD from Yale. His name's Jeff Ralston. Anytime you try to sell something to somebody, you're selling a dream. You're asking them to become part of your story. Ralston's a computer scientist who considers soft skills to be the equivalent of hard cash. In fact, he doesn't like the phrase soft skill to describe an essential attribute he looks for in entrepreneurs. Storytelling isn't a soft skill. Storytelling is fundamental. You know, we sit there and talked about getting people where they get emotionally attached. Okay, we talked about people being trustworthy. Okay, people putting their trust in us, expecting us to tell the truth. Okay, we talked about, what else did we talk about? These guys talking about obtaining money. Okay, like a venture capitalist. Okay, they're selling a dream. Selling is selling. Okay, it's no different for us. People have to see what's at the end of the rainbow. Okay, and it's the same thing, man. We sit there and talk about, hey, are we asking enough questions? Have we done a product presentation? Have we done a trade walk? Okay, to show somebody, hey, these are the values of what their trade is worth. Okay, this is the value of our car. Okay. And hanging with that, this goes back to Apple, and this ties in. Everybody say Apple's been a pretty successful company.
Where are they from?
Man, they're probably not from Cupertino. Okay. Hey, would everybody agree Apple's been pretty successful? Okay, I switched over. It's recording it right now. Okay. Empathy creates energy. Okay. When Apple opened its first store in 2001, many experts thought it was a crazy idea. One retail analysis predicted Apple would, quote, turn the lights off its failed experiment within 2 years. A headline in Business Week magazine read, "Sorry, Steve, here's why Apple stores won't work." The expert weren't just wrong, they had committed a colossal misjudgment. 15 years later, the Apple stores were making more money per square foot than any other retailer on the planet, and Apple enjoyed a market value of $750 billion. For anybody that follows the market, they've passed $1 trillion valuation. Okay, they're past 2 now? You sure?
Yep.
Okay, we'll have to go verify that with you. Okay, making it the world's most valuable brand.
Right
The
there.
analysts failed to predict Apple's success because they were crunching numbers instead of considering experiences. The critics were correct that compared to its peers, Apple stores would have to generate more money to pay for their expensive spaces in shopping malls. What they didn't realize was Steve Jobs and his team didn't set out to sell computers. Instead, they planned to introduce customers to tools that would unleash their personal creativity. They knew if they could make emotional connections, sales would follow. Here's what their sales approach looked like in 2001 on how do we enrich lives. A store that enriches lives lives like a non-commissioned sales floor. Instead of clerks or salespeople, it would hire geniuses and concierges. A store that enriches lives for empathy and passion. A store that enriches lives greets you as you step foot inside. A store that enriches lives lets you play with the products. A store that enriches lives is located where people want to live their lives. Think about what we just talked about. Think about a road to a sale. Okay? Be able to use their products. Okay? What do we do with a demonstration? Okay? When we do a product presentation and demo ride, are we letting people interact? Okay? Are we making sure that they interact and we're not just showing them, hey, this is adaptive cruise. Okay? Show them how it works. These are the apps. Okay? Apple CarPlay. Do we show people how that interacts with somebody? Do we walk out and have a cord in our hands to be able to plug our phone in? Think about something simple like that. I mean, that just dawned on me right then. How many of us keep a cord in our pockets to be able to plug in, to be able to show how apps work? We assume that people know all this, okay? I can tell you, they're not getting this experience up and down the road, okay? Man, just what Apple was sitting there saying, hey, it's not about the money, okay? What we got to pay for, what we got to charge for an Apple product. Okay, do people pay for an Apple product?
Oh yeah.
I've got one right here. Okay. Hey, do people think it's worth the money? Okay. Do people give you a good experience when they're explaining how to operate the system? And it doesn't matter if it's an Apple product, if it's an Android, it doesn't matter. Okay? Think about what we just talked about. Relationship. Okay? Building emotion. The things we've talked about. Guys, yeah, we got to confirm appointments and everything else, but these are the things that you use to sell the appointment. Okay? To get somebody, to show somebody that we care. Okay? And man, we want to have a win-win situation where the person gets what they want to have, they understand what they're getting, and we get a sale. Okay? And not just this one sale. When we do our good job, they're going to buy again, and they're going to send other people back. Okay? Companies, it's great to follow companies that have done this over and over again. And Apple today still does the same thing. Okay? So, hey, when we get out of here, we're going to move the used and new, just swapping over two little things back here. We got to here, get that knocked out. Shouldn't take more than 30 minutes on that. Guys, we're going to have a big day today to make up a little bit for yesterday. Man, let's go out and have a big one today.